the biggest story of all the stories was David Gravel. He takes the lead, and the next lap, he rock crawls the wall going down the front straightaway. He's trying to get around Robbie Price. I think Robbie Price gave him enough room. We looked at the replay several times today, and it looked like he had about 1.5 feet or so between the two of them. But I'm not sure if Gravel just kind of twitched a little bit and just got up on the wall, and unfortunately it tore his car up good enough. A valiant effort by those guys trying to get that car back together. They were so close to making it back out onto the racetrack.
And it was hard to tell how much room there was between David and Robbie there. And in my opinion, from where I was sitting at, it looked like Robbie came up and kind of put him in the fence. And then when I went back and watched the replay, I was, pretty surprised to see that they, like you said, 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet of room between the two. And then
right.
I don't know if David maybe thought that Robbie was coming up a little bit more or something and tried to compensate for that. And just, once you get that right front tire into the wall, that's going to be a problem there. But like you said, those guys got super close to getting him back out there, because as soon as they came to the green, they dropped the jack and he was ready to go back onto the track. So, and somebody was telling me last night that might be that could be the nail in the coffin in his championship run. Obviously, there's still a long ways to go this season, but I don't see Brad Sweet having any issues like that. He doesn't DNF very often, so it's going to take a lot for David to come back from a night like that. And it makes it even worse that he was poised to win the race, and then goes on to finish, I don't even know, 22nd or something, 20th. That was tough to see, but, maybe over the next 3 nights, Dave will be able to redeem himself here.
Yeah, David Gravel's 74 points out of the lead right now. It's remarkable when I sit here, and you tell me, I think you know the number. I think the average finish for Brad Sweet last year was like 5 point something, right? You have to run up in the top. You have to run up in the top 5 just about every night, especially when you only have one win compared to Carson Macedo, who has 5, and Sheldon Hodgeshield, who has 7. Consistency really pays off.
Yeah, consistency is what it's all about when it comes to winning the Outlaw Championship, obviously, and that's kind of something that a guy, Justin Fiedler, has been really paying attention to recently on his podcast, and he's been mentioning that a lot. You got to be, average finish every night, or average finish throughout the season is going to be 5 or a 6, maybe a 7. That's pushing it. You got to be up there close to the top 5 every night if you want to do it. And I think Brian Walker put out a tweet, maybe it was somebody else, but I thought I saw something about somebody winning a championship, and the least amount of wins they had was 8. I want to say maybe it was Darren Pittman, or something, and then the other one was Danny Lasowski or something. They had 8 wins, I think, and won the championship. And right now, Brad's kind of on that pace. It seems like he's only got 1 win in the first we're close to 30 races now. So I don't think he's going to end the season with 1 win by any means, but
right.
Obviously, when he's 6th and 7th place every single night, it's going to be hard to gain points on him for sure. Right.
You're around these guys a lot. Do you sense any frustration in Brad Sweet with only 1 win? Do you feel that when you talk to him? Does that consume him at all?
Honestly, I feel like I haven't really noticed much of a difference in his demeanor, his behavior, or whatever. I talked to him on the podium at Beaver Dam one of the nights, and obviously, Brad's mentioned it multiple times over the last 2 years that I've been doing this, is now that he's won 2, 3 championships, his main focus now is winning as many races as he can, and obviously he's not doing that right now. But I think that he's still, obviously when you win 3 championships, oh yeah, I've done it, and I don't need to do it again. But obviously there's still a lot of money at the end of the season, and I think he realizes that. And obviously you want to win 10, 15, 20 races. That's what his goal is. But, I just don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's the car. I don't know if it's the crew chief. I really don't know what's going on. Nobody's really, spilling the beans on that. But it's hard for me to believe that after 3 years that those same 3 guys, Bowman, Eric, Joe Mooney, and Brad, those guys have all been together for the last 3 years when they've won those championships. It's hard to believe that something has gone wrong over the offseason to where they're off now. But that's what they are, man. They just seem to be a little bit off right now.
Yeah.